There's a lot of great content in this auction. We try to have material that represents many different films and television shows across the history, really, of cinema and television. But some of my favorites in this sale are things like the Boba Fett rifle. So this is his actual blaster rifle carried by Jeremy Bulloch in The Empire Strikes Back. The introduction of Boba Fett, who went on to become one of the most beloved Star Wars characters, despite having very little dialogue in the film itself. And this is his weapon. This is the tool that he carried around. It's part of what made him so intimidating. This is the actual one. We can screen match it. We can match the serial number on the rifle itself, which is a flare gun used in World War I. And the pre-sale estimate on that one, the Boba Fett rifle, is 350,000 to 700,000 pounds.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. Sorry, what was your name?
It's not all sci-fi. We have some great content from other genres as well, things like Indiana Jones's hat. So the actual fedora that Harrison Ford wore in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Pre-sale estimate on that piece is 150,000 to 300,000 pounds. It's a beautiful example. If you go look at it over there, you can really see and feel the age on it. You can see the dirt around the hat band. And when you look, you can maybe just see it in the display case. The inside, the sweatband is stamped IJ for Indiana Jones, which is what they did when they were making all those hats for him. So, in total, there are literally hundreds of different pieces in the auction. The Scream Mask is a very exciting piece because it's from the first Scream movie, so the one that started it all. Wes Craven, it's gone on to become a beloved horror franchise. We actually had a couple of years ago one of the full Ghostface outfits from the first movie, and that one sold very well. I think it did something like 250,000 US dollars. This is just the mask, but it's coming to auction for the very first time. It was in the collection of one of the assistant directors on the film. He was able to save it after filming. He's had it ever since. If you go look at it closely, you'll see there is some stage blood that stained the forehead of the mask, and that relates to a specific scene in the film. You can still see that stage blood dressed on it today. So those little tells, those are the witness marks and authenticity indicators that collectors love to see, and that's a really beautiful example of an iconic horror piece. It's the perfect time to sell an elf costume. It's December in London, it's very Christmassy. I think this is such a modern classic. We've seen a lot of interest, a lot of really appreciation and value of the assets from some of the modern holiday films and comedies, things like that. I love Elf. I think everyone loves that. And just look at that costume behind me, the bright colors. You know instantly what it is. You don't have to tell anyone what that costume is. I think it'll do very well. So that is an original Christopher Reeve cape. Maybe you can see it there behind me. It has the yellow S shield on it. Really iconic. And I think, that Superman franchise with Christopher Reeve stands out as the birth of a whole genre of cinema. You know, that was really the first superhero film that was very successful and was taken seriously. And if you look at what superheroes have become, especially over the past, let's say, 15 or 20 years, it's remarkable, the achievement there to take a comic book character, put it on screen, put it on film, and have people respond to it the way they did. It's really something special.